Evet, ikinci bölümümüzün ilk oturumunu kiminle açıyoruz? Yine kuvvetli alkışlarımızla Sascha, Kostros bizlerle efendim. Alkışlarınızla kendini sahneye davet edeceğim.
Is this one? So, hello. Design speaks all languages. Great. I just speak English today, and I hope this is okay, but I know that's a translator. I am design. I'm very proud to have this title here. Honestly, excellent title, because I am is also our company language, as you maybe know. Since 2016, we have this always when we introduce ourselves, we say, I am this, I'm doing this, and so on. So it's very easy because it comes from our two letters from the company name, Impress. So I think it fits very well to this event, and I'm part of you. I'm Sascha Kostros. I'm very happy to be here. I'm the head of the core management at Impress, working for Impress since 7 years, but having working experience through several jobs, about 29 years already. Coming from customer service, doing product management, management functions, but always my passion is design. And designing and doing what we do as a company, because we see ourselves as a design company. And our job is to give furniture a face. Otherwise, it will be mainly a plain MDF or chipboard. So we do fashion for furniture. We do fashion for flooring and for all the other things. We are a producer of decorative paper, finish foil, melamine, impregnated paper, inks and additives. Here it is, sorry. We have over 900 employees worldwide and are globally present. We have sites in Germany, where I am located, Poland, Spain, Brazil, Russia, Austria, and of course, Turkey, with a design office in Istanbul, and with my colleague and member of a big team, Burak Erbek, responsible here for the Turkish market. So I'm running throughout our whole communication concept, and it's called I Am Pulse. Well, normally I have a brochure here. Do you have the brochure? But it doesn't matter. Huh? So that's our brochure, I Am Pulse. So we have our own interpretation of I Am Pulse. It is written in a way to represent that we not only define ourselves by impulses we interact with, but also realize that we are an impulse ourselves. This makes us human. A pulse is life you can feel. All of us are influenced by a mixture of various design styles. We are at Impress take in those impulses and transform them into unique results. Our products, the designs, serve as impulses to the people around them. And we also understand that each person has to create their unique pool of impulses to feel comfortable. Therefore, it is our goal to develop the right decor for every occasion so that each individual customer out there can create his or her unique home. How do we do that? How do we take impulses? Well, our concept is that we are a group of designers around the world, and together we form the design circle. The real creativity lies within the person and not in the job. I am part of the design circle. The central design development takes place in Aschaffenburg, Germany. But our designers are located all over the globe. Our designers from all over the world give their personal impulses, but also collect those within their daily work. We have learned that everything is an impulse and therefore has the power to inspire us. Even everyday occurrences turn out to be the most valuable inspiration, but also fairs, networking, and also are important. We all from the design circle visit various fairs around the world and gather inspirations wherever we go, wherever we stay, and whatever we talk to. So just to give you an impression about how we do the trend scouting process, just a short video.
I'm Impress. I'm a trend scout. Worldwide. At exhibitions, in blogs, in fashion. I'm inspired. By the world. I'm the trend. I'm the style. I'm emotion. I'm feeling. I'm life. I'm international, gathering opinions, moods, trends, styles. I'm development. High tech. Modern. For the world. I'm searching. Developing. Defining. Decors by Impress, made to impress.
So, over the past few months, the Impress design team and design circle, together with a specialist from the field of society trends, have discussed intensively about the question of what will move people in the future and what influence will define interior design. Our Nidukers lay the foundations for designing furniture of the future, close to the individual lifestyle of people. In the process modern design faces the challenge of combining apparent contradictions, consumption and minimalism, innovation and tradition, speed, and deceleration. Those megatrends are influencing all over lives and actually separating into two extremes. On the one hand, there is globalization, urbanization, and people who are mobile and connected to one another globally. On the other hand, there is ongoing deceleration and tradition. Everyone is looking for self-curation in individual retreats, far from pulsating life. Basically, all of us are living between the forces. Have a look at what does it mean to live life between forces.
My life between forces. My home is smart, designed, and interconnected, just like me. Mobility and flexibility help me be ready to do anything at any time. I love my digital identity and connectivity. I want to learn, play, consume, and I prefer to do that all at once. I'm taking advantage of the knowledge culture I live in. My brain absorbs information like a sponge. My sources are digital. My channels are various. The sheer amount of knowledge might be overwhelming, but it isn't for me. Education and curiosity is what keeps me climbing the ladder of success. I'd rather define myself by what I know and what I do than what my race, looks, or gender are. I won't let society restrain me in my freedom. The gender shift supports me by deconstructing stereotyped role models. Globalization means the world is my village. Urban areas are hubs of knowledge and creative focus points at the same time that provide me with impulses for my analog and digital self-realization. All those changes in the structure of population create new influences for my interior, which are a blend of local and traditional elements. That's me. On the other side, I need time to breathe, to take a step back. I distance myself from stress, noise, and everything that overstrains me. And I head to places that sustain. Here, I take a moment to reflect on myself, to listen closely. My heart calms down until I'm at ease. My health is one of my highest priorities, since the demographic change makes society dependent on an older generation. In me lives the desire to retreat, but also for authenticity and self-reflection, for nature and deceleration. I want less of everything. I want to focus on things that are the most important to me. The concept of new work allows me to breathe, since it stands for a humanized and employee-oriented career path. Individualization isn't egotistical, but motivates us to conscious minimalism in every respect and every day. Empathy is more important to me, so I want to connect more with my immediate environment and experience it with all my senses, to grow with it. The slower, the better. I don't necessarily need to go out to be in nature. I'll create my own little oasis of safety with elements of nature that give me energy and inner balance. That way, I'm still part of everything and won't lose touch. I just need room to breathe deeply. That is me as well. My life between forces.
So, with this tension, we see many individual trends evolving. Our trend seems nature is my living space. Luxury lives in the finer details. If these old city walls could talk, steel and fire, things I admire. But these trends are not to be seen clearly differentiated. They blend into each other. There's not just one trend. There's individual trends, a lot of trends. So let's look a little bit in details to the various trends.
Nature is my living space. Let's meet in nature just before sunrise, where everything is calm. It's just around the corner from your city apartment, right next to your favorite cafe. Here you can relax, experience me, and draw inspiration for your living space. With the help of visually crude and raw materials, I provide a reclaimed look that will make everyone feel at ease. Natural and earthy elements give me a style that is usually found in cottages or townhouses. Oak, hickory, or elm give me an authentic forest-like vibe that, combined with rusticity, will also be able to add a modern touch to my classic design. I'm not perfect, but I embrace my rough edges. It makes me feel closer to nature itself.
Nature is my living space. This trend has been there for a long, long time already. So due to the urbanization, which is a mega trend, the desire for nature is growing. And we heard this also from the colleagues here already. Natural materials are really important and playing a big role. So climate change, like climate change or Greta Thunberg even accelerated the movement of ecology. Nowadays, interiors in natural style look cool and stylish. Just an example, our decor Boudica oak is a perfect match for this interior style, which is natural look, is a very good copy of what grows in the nature. Slightly planked, it's with fine cathedrals, so unmistakable growth marks. The limed effects leads the wood a modern contemporary look. So it goes well with minimalistic interiors, inspired by Scandinavian style. So have a look of what are the next promises and the next trend, small inspirations.
If these old city walls could talk. We're in an industrial city of the 50s. Old workshops are busy with all sorts of craftsmanship the city demands. Here's where I was born. My birthplace will later be home to artists and individuals who can't afford to pay rent for an apartment. I'm strong and versatile. That is why concrete is my go-to material for decoration. It's a blank canvas for city history recorded by various circumstances or unique art such as graffiti. I can be rustic or chic, depending on your tastes. And I like to be mixed with retro or vintage elements for some personal touch. Aged wood and recycled materials, such as aged pine planks in different colors, are part of my style. Imagine these woods with thick layers of paint that got worn out or scratched so that the wood becomes visible once more. Today, I'm no longer revolutionary, and yet I'm still a trend.
So due to the urbanization, people were moving into cities and discovered previous industrial sites as lofts to live in. This trend is driven by the search for authenticity. So for the real things, we have the aura of hard work of a long gone time. It's characterized by the honest materials, such as rustic, worn-out wood, which looks it has been used as a floor in a factory for 100 years. Also concrete, the classic red bricks for walls and worn-out metal surfaces are central elements to create this atmosphere. Our Deco Samdal oak is perfect match for this interior style. Its saw cuts look rustic, but at the same time, it fits perfectly to an industrial loft style. A decor with an individual surface which could tell stories from industrial age. It goes well with aged, worn metal surfaces, concrete, warm brown tones, and cool gray. Steel and fire, things I admire.
Steel and fire, things I admire. 300 years ago, on the island of Naoshima, the technique shosugi-ban, the carbonization of wooden facades, was developed. Just recently, it spread to technical and artistic areas and shaped me as well. I'm drawn to oxidized steel. It is not only strong in a visual sense, but represents the everlasting worth of nature. Amid such forces as industrialization, the signs of these forces are also part of my identity. For brushed metal sheets, carbonization, and flame-treated metal were typical then and are typical for me now. I combine both opposites in perfect harmony.
Obviously, and this will be even more the case in the future, millions of people are moving into the big cities. As a consequence, specific interior trends are emerging from the massive urbanization, developing a unique urban look. This look is characterized by dark neutral colors like anthracite and black, by clear and functional design, and by materials like dark walnut or black wood, brushed steel, and marble. It can be seen as an antithesis to all the natural, opulent, and soft styles and that are in trend now. So our decor Uranus is a perfect match for this interior style. Uranus' original material is black steel, which was worked on in various processes. It is an emphasizes the urban accents in interior, designed and set a powerful, distinctive element of industrial style. Coming to our last, but it's not really the least one, as I told you. There are much more, but just giving you an inspiration, there's the four trends.
Luxury lives in the finer details. Let's rediscover our roots. In my case, that will be the mid-century, from the 1930s to 1970s. The charm of that era of early modernism will never go out of style, and neither will I. I'm very valuable, and I like to show exactly that. My worth even persists through decades and will always be relevant. Or at least become relevant over and over again. Why? Because I represent a new era in design, when people renounced the overly opulent styles from the 19th and early 20th century.
So this trend is still evolving and very important, also for Turkey. Elegance and luxury, we call it the luxury lives in the finer details. Yes, this is the latest international interior trend which is now hitting consumer level. The rediscovery of an Art Deco style and the early modern style of the 50s and 60s leads to a revival of the excellent elegance and luxury living. People now have the desire to live at home like in a five-star hotel, with precious fabrics, unique furnitures, and accessories in elegant walnut wood or even in gold. This new elegance had its roots in the last century, but it is reinterpreted and as an answer to an everyday life that's becoming more and more rational due to technology and digitalization. Our Deco Missoula Walnut, brand new, is perfect match for this interior style. It's elegant drawings and has very precise and represent a very luxurious and sophisticated level. A walnut full of personality. So these were the trends that we identified within the latest times. But I told you, however, our decor development is ongoing. We never stop. That means the next decors as well as a fair is already in preparation. We are working on. There was a plan to go to Milan, but it is now postponed a little bit. But we are happy because they announced it is in June, so it's coming soon. But we will not wait and we will not stop, as explained. We go on. Also, if we will issue, then further or later, I would say the Milan report, that was a plan for today on, but now it's a little bit postponed. But at the end, nevertheless, you can visit us and follow us to every time and to see and have the latest information about trends. So, open for questions now.
Thanks for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, and thank you for inviting me. Yeah?
And it's also a big courage to come to Turkey during these times, traveling around the world. Many people just cannot go out of their home. Thanks
That's
a lot
true.
for
That's true.
all these things. And I'd like to repeat the same question. I mean, we have huge cultures around the world from centuries, maybe from thousands of years. And with this social media and globalization, are we becoming only one culture and missing the things that made us specific and unique? Or is it something, a fashion that came and gone, and we will go back to our roots?
No, what we see is, we are not becoming one culture, for sure not. Because we all come from a culture and we want to keep our own culture a little bit. We take care about our culture. But what we love to do is we are sharing also the culture, we are sharing what we are doing. And it's becoming, as the colleagues have said already, it's becoming more going local or whatever, it's becoming more global. So, and it is easy to watch what's going on around the world. And we always like to have this at home as well. So that means the trends and also the development of the trends are going much faster. But being one culture, no, for sure not. It's a little bit a mix, a little bit, yes, it is easy. We can go by plane very fast to another country, to another continent. But nevertheless, and this is what we do at home, at home we do our unique home. And that is why there is not one trend anymore. That's what I'm saying, because there is a lot of trends. And we just catch a part of the trends and the different trends, and we mix it at home. And we create then our unique home. And also we create maybe a mixed culture. But being one culture, I would not say this.
And one more question. As you are dominating the Turkish market with your decors very heavily.
Thanks to you as well.
And thanks for your imagination and also creativity. And how are you becoming so global and think local, understand the local? Many people cannot achieve this. What is the secret of it? How can we become also a furniture designer, and how can we sell our products also all around the world like you?
This is as I explained a little bit, but maybe you didn't arrive so far. We are the design circle. The design circle is not just me. The design circle is a big team of people living in the different cultures, living in the different continents, living in the different cities. So we are at the moment 15 people, but as well we have a network, also additional people, I would say. What is important for us is that these people are living in their culture. And if they live in their culture, they can adapt whatever we see as a general and a global trend, they can adapt this to the local taste. And that's the idea of our concept. That's why we have several design offices, also in Istanbul, a design office, where we can really feel the vibrations of the cities, the vibration of the culture, the vibration of the country. So And that is really important to make it then and bring it into our designs we developed and we see as a group, as a tendency, but then adapting this to your country, to your business, to the latest interior trends.
And for Inegöl Furniture, would you suggest us that we should have also our design centers or designers around the world to understand these markets and to serve, in order to be able to serve them?
On one side, I would say yes. I think it is necessary because it is the influences, as you said, the influences are so important, what's coming from all the other countries, from the continents and so on. Yes, for sure we can help you with doing presentations. So as I just explained you, so having designers all over the world, so it's easy for me to give you also an overview about what's going on in other countries, like in US, like in India, whatever. So we have there the entities. But I think it is also necessary to bring a team also a little bit to the several locations, to the main cities where really the impulses are going on, and to catch this feeling and the culture. So if you would like to export to such kind of countries, I think it is necessary to understand how people are living in this country, how they feel, how they think, how they watch two colors, which colors, and so on. So it's quite easy because it is something, just an example, because we are doing also business in Ecuador, for example. So for me, Ecuador had no clue. Where is Ecuador? Ecuador, yes, well, it's a continent, yes, South America, I have no clue. So, and I was wondering why we are not catching the attention of this market a little bit. So, and once I was traveling, I was second time traveling and third time traveling, and I noticed more and more, I would say, they have a lot of brick houses. So everything is somehow red, and inside and out red and yellow. And so we created, after that, we created designs which are more with the color and the taste of the brick houses, because this is the influence indirect people are getting every day when they run through the streets. They catch their surroundings and they understand what's going on and so on, and indirectly they will choose also a design which is made out of such kind of colors and inspirations they have around them every day in their life.
Thanks so much. Başka sorusu olan gençler?
Thank you.